Good morning, welcome back everyone. We're here again, another beautiful day of ESL One Hamburg qualifiers from China as Vici Gaming are going to face up against LGD Gaming. Best of three, we're into the quarterfinals now, not long to go. That road is shortening on the way to the grand finals of this qualifier, and Vici Gaming had a pretty good day yesterday. LGD of course were a tier 1 seeded team, so they've been placed straight to the quarterfinals, whereas Vici Gaming, they did have to defeat Avalon Club, one of the open qualifier teams, to make their way through to this one. But it was relatively smooth sailing, a few little hiccups here and there, but overall, drafting-wise, game plan-wise, things went pretty easily for them. But now they're up against some serious opponents, some well-known opponents. And of course, Old 11, he's moved on. He's gone from LGD, and he's now playing for the old Vici Gaming. So he's meeting up against his old teammates here. As FY, I mean, I guess if you look at both these teams, you know, there's a bunch of them that have played together in the past. It's kind of par for the course in China with all the player swaps and all that. Pretty much everyone has played with everyone at some point throughout their career. But most recently, of course, 11 was on LGD Gaming. As the draft kicks off, we can also just quickly talk about how everything else went yesterday. We saw VGJ Thunder 2-0 Team Serenity, Keen Gaming 2-1 for the Dream. So that was an open qualifier team taking out one of the seeded teams, as eHome also defeated Rock Y, which means eHome face RG Vitality later on tonight, well this morning, sometime today. Keen Gaming will be up against IG, and Vici Gaming J Thunder, which is probably the most convoluted team name I've ever heard. It's very difficult to say. I'm just going to call them Thunder from now on. Are going to be up against LFY. That's going to be the next best of 3 after this. But yeah, that's your little wrap up for the last couple of days. But we have a draft. We have a draft. I've just noticed some of the names. Yeah, we don't have a ticket here. We don't have a ticket for the tournament just yet, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to be kind of going through this a little bit blind. You know, you see Paparazzi, you see Ori there, but the other three, 11, Lanham, and Fenrir, don't have their names all tagged up.
LGD's turn.
Same with LGD, but one of them's called K98. K98K. Very sick weapon in PUBG. I do like that. So, AA Earthshaker. We've banned out the Lich, Puck, Nyx, all pretty standard. Nyx Prophet, maybe a little unusual, but it kind of fits in there nicely. Batrider we saw a lot of yesterday. Typical Chinese pick, pretty much from the meta past month or two. I guess if you think about it all time, same story. But it definitely has had some resurgence over the past couple of weeks. While Broodmother's removed as well there by Vici Gaming. Don't want to get cheesed by that, especially when potentially 2 of your supports in your first 2 picks have no real way of dealing with Brood and could get run over very quickly. This Oracle pick is kind of interesting. Maybe setting up for something like a Death Prophet. Unlikely to pick a Huskar into the AA. More often than not, just going to be used as that saving mechanism to get people out of, you know, Echo Slam or Cold Feet. Make sure that they have that free movement in team fights so they're not being kited around too heavily. Well, LGD have gone for the Monkey King. Has seen a pretty huge shift, honestly, away from that 4-roll. You know, we saw Bubblecar on IG all through, what, the first 6 months of this year, just storming over anyone with his Monkey King, absolutely destroying everyone with his MK in that 4-roll, just roaming around and jumping from trees. But now we're seeing a lot more 1-roll Monkey King with the Battle Fury build from China, kind of Battle Fury, Shadowblade, Manta style. You've got tons of damage. You flash farm incredibly quickly with Battle Fury as well. You know, think along the lines of the anti-mage being able to blink between camps. Monkey can jump over the trees and farm just as quickly. And he's also got that extended range, so it's a really nice hero, very well-rounded, kind of, you know, it's a well-rounded hero when you go for the Battle Fury. You've got Flash Farm, you've got Teamfight through your ulti, you've got a stun with Boundless Strike, you've got mobility by jumping on trees, and you've got escapability with your nice little shapeshifty thing. While DP, very standard with the Oracle, kind of expected that. Was pretty much the hero that came to mind when we see Night Stalker Oracle. They've got the Vision game through Night Stalker, they've got Tower Push through DP, the saving capabilities of the Oracle, but LGD Shadow Fiend Now that is cool. So we're going to see a maybe Shadow Fiend up against the Oracle. And potentially here we don't have the 4-roll. Like, you're still not entirely sure what's happening here from LGD. Could be an offlane Earthshaker. Could be a 4-roll Monkey. I've talked this 1-roll Monkey up pretty heavily. But it still could be the roaming Monkey King if they want to go that direction. SF might need some help against the DP Night Stalker though. As Enigma is the 4th pick from Vici Gaming. Looking at this, there's what, 2 very long range stuns. But once Enigma gets BKB, there's actually nothing that goes through that to cancel Black Hole. There's a little bit of wave clear here and there from LGD. Boundless Strike once you get some items on Monkey King is very good. Shadow Fiend has the raises, of course. But outside of that, you know, Earthshaker has to get up close and personal with Eidolons, and he can take a lot of damage before actually clearing them.
10 seconds remaining.
I've kind of realized their lack of stuns and disables as well. I guess lack of instant disables is the better way to put it. Banning out the Weaver there. Elusive, nasty, and very annoying to handle. If your main initiation tools are Blink Echo and maybe just a Fisher, you don't have a good chance of dealing with the Weaver as he scutters around. Into the final picks now. What's the story? Vici Gaming and Mirana. Mirana safe lane, it looks like. So that'll be offlane Enigma, roaming Night Stalker. Safe lane Mirana's come back in a huge way recently. But is that gonna be the Paparazzi Mirana? That's pretty nice.
10 seconds.
So long range attack damage from the Mirana. Likely we'll see the kind of Maelstrom, Dragonlance, maybe the, the Manta Diffusal build. Definitely right click carry build from the Mirana this game. Very, very rarely do we see the Agnums anymore. But against the Monkey King, against the Shadow Fiend, you outrange them. You can out-damage them as well if you scale with your items as nicely as you want to. And this 5th pick from LGD. Oh, it feels awkward. So you got SF against DP. Monkey King, do you shift this to the 4, but then you've got no real hero to go and slap the DP around if the Night Stalker's nearby. Like, Monkey King has to be that hero, but very rarely do we see him in that role anymore. And then, can you fit an Earth Spirit in here? It almost feels like they have to put the Earthshaker or the Monkey King in the 4 role and try and pick another offlaner, but it's going to be the Chaos Knight. So, offlane Earthshaker or offlane Monkey King. What's the story here? I'm not going to be able to tell because they've all got funky names. Maybe I should have taken a look at their little profile pictures. Oh look, Patience from Zhou has renamed WCNXMXM. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I understand fully what this means. Oh, someone in chat, very funny. Heart jam. Oh, you got me. I'd forgotten about that. Man, yesterday was crazy. So I had to change my sleep schedule from kind of NA time to China time, which is like the single worst thing you have to do because you have to go, you have to like not sleep for like a day and a half and then sleep. So I was running on fumes when I was casting yesterday, and things got a little bit messy as the day drew on. Started at 4 AM and it got to about midday, 1 PM or something, and my brain was just melting. My brain was just going. Bleh. I was drawing on the map. I was making pictures and all sorts of stuff. Anyone black screen? No. Things should be fine. Everything looks good on my end. Just refresh F5, and things should be good. If you can hear me, that is. I'll post it in chat to make sure. Alrighty then, here we go. Game number 1 of this best of 3. LGD against Vici Gaming. Patience from Zhou. That's a cute little picture. Is that a Ditto from Pokemon? That's adorable. Away we go. Let's get my stuff sorted. Instant TP's out very, very quickly here. Night Stalker smoked, but he's going to wander into the Earthshaker here, potentially, as top lane Paparazzi. He's the one to TP out. I am retreating. What? Wait, why is Mirana just TP'd here? I mean, he's saying I'm retreating and that just happened. Was this actually a mistake? Because he doesn't have an Observer Ward or anything. I think he was meant to give the TP to the Oracle. Yeah, that must have been what was meant to happen. He's meant to give the TP to the Oracle, or the Oracle was meant to give an Observer Ward to the Mirana as she was TPing, and that just didn't happen. And they're like, no Observer Wards out in the base or anything, right? No, so everything's good. Wait, where's Enigma? He's down here. Yo, dude, Enigma, you've left your, whatever this is, your foot. Like, what do you call this? The platform that you travel on? Like, can we zoom in on this, actually? Can we look at Enigma's, is it, I don't know, is it his butthole? What is this? He's floating there. Actually, this is a sick Roshan. Genuine lava baby Roshan. Pyroclastic flow, touch of flame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I bet that cost a pretty penny. Wait, is that Oracle's ball? That's Oracle. Wait, that's Oracle's ball, isn't it? Look, he's holding a ball, but it's not shiny. I guess it is a bit shiny, but it's kind of opaque and not translucent. And then there's what happens to this game? Like, why is this here? Why? There's a little purple thing as well. There's planets. Stop pinging! Brown! Enigma! Stop it! Stop it! Okay, so in case you just joined, Radiant team is LGD. And we're going to go ahead and assume Chaos Knight is Ame. Maybe he's on Shadow Fiend. FY is now the 3 role, so he's going to be the Earthshaker. No, he's going to be the Monkey King. Incorrect. So it is the Monkey King off lane. So they're going to put him in the core role. So I was kind of half right. They've shifted him away from the 4 and into core roles. More often than not, we see him in the 1. But it's going to be what looks like the 3 here. As Chaos Knight and AA should be down in the bottom lane. So Yao should be on the Earthshaker, and then it'll be Victoria on the Ancient Apparition. And over on the Dire side, Vici Gaming, this Enigma should be old 11. Ori on the Death Prophet. Thank you very much, Ori, putting your real name in. Much appreciated. Night Stalker, Lanham, I believe, as the Oracle should be Fenrir. Then you've got Paparazzi, Mirana, and that should round us up for the Dire team, as no one has really been spotted here. Down towards the south, Dire Observer Wards did get placed out, and the Earthshaker, I don't think, came in contact with the Night Stalker. Whereas up towards the top lane, this Radiant Observer Ward went down very quickly. Blocks up the camp. Don't know if they saw it. So they were standing around pinging like absolute madmen. Monkey King is pretending to be a courier, wandering on forward. Just a normal donkey, not a fancy lava Roshan.
The battle begins. The prize is yours.
Let's see how. So mid lane, DP SF. As an AA. Oh, is AA going to give Chilling Touch to SF? This is a pretty old strat where you give Chilling Touch to SF so he can get, you know, like 2 or 3 CS from the first wave and kind of guarantee it for the first couple of souls. And yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. Night Stalker can he can come in here and punch the Shadow Fiend a little bit. Are they holding? Oh, okay. They use it now. I was wondering if they were holding it to maybe try and get a deny on the range creep and secure that. But instead they use it as a harassment tool to force the Night Stalker back. So they secure their lane through pretty nice use of the Chilling Touch there. It does mean, though, that CK left alone against the Enigma, at least for the meantime. 2 last hits for the Chaos Knight. Enigma should get a couple here as the creep wave comes towards him. Of course, the deny mechanic out from these Eidolons makes that wave fall back. Top lane Monkey actually helped out here by the Earthshaker, sticking around up towards the top lane. Fortune's End holds him in place, but there's the passive coming into play. Kar98k, he wants to get in, but a good tango through the trees means Monkey King is now left pretty much alone. Earthshaker chase, there's the first blood. K98k taken down there with a good arrow, but even better juking out from Fenrir on this Oracle, just sliding through the trees. And the aggressive dual lane looked like maybe it was going to pay off. Just a little bit over eager, a little bit over aggressive.
Not meant to be.
So So now Monkey just kind of has to hang around and wait for the creep wave to come back out. And this is the thing with that Mirana 5th pick, right? She outranges the Monkey King. She's not really going to be too susceptible to getting killed off in this lane. Usually the one roll is a melee hero, and usually the Monkey King can trade hits and kind of harass back and battle with the one roll. Maybe even get a nice little kill on a support. But in this lane, there's very little they can do to actually contest this too much. So Earthshaker looking for an avenue back into this game. Maybe wants to gank towards the mid. Looking at this DP, but he's going to be found by the Night Stalker. As bot lane, they do get a kill on the Enigma. Night Stalker and Earthshaker just battling it out here. Holding on to that Void. Throws out an Enchant Totem to kind of scare him back. From bot lane, looks like it was just Rowdy Rift into Cold Feet. Easy kill, and maybe now they'll look for it again. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. They wanted to go through. He mangoed up, looked for the stun, but doesn't find it just there. Not in range. Well, they felt they weren't going to get the Cold Feet proc. One second. I need to do this. Cool. Right, we should all be good. So, Shadow Fiend, how are you? 19 and 2. So just that first movement from the AA, the Chilling Touch, forcing the Night Stalker back. Very, very strong deterrent. Made sure the Night Stalker wasn't just going to sit on this high ground ramp, which he loves to do. And then you create this barrier where if SF walks forward, you just come down and you punch him a couple of times and force him back. So SF maybe gets, 1 or 2 last hits. Maybe he raises and gets, 2 or 3. But he's always going to take, a third of his HP in damage and kind of collateral there. Excellent. To actually trade off for the creeps. And then there is that struggle with the Death Prophet now, level 5, 3 points in the Spirit Siphon. They want to look for a kill on the Shadow Fiend. Very susceptible to getting ganked from the east here. Night Stalker. Oh, have they seen this? They must have. Shadow Fiend's baiting. Earthshaker wants to Fisher, but Night Stalker's so fast in the night. He is blocked in here. Spirit Siphon comes out. Shadow Fiend being baited in by his Earthshaker player. There's another Void in a second, and another Crypt Swarm coming up as well. But Shadow Fiend has the raindrops. 3 charges still up. Turns back to raise to get the kill. Oh, SF's not dead. One more hit finally secures it for the Cold Feet with the Earthshaker here. Another Enchant Totem might just do the trick. A Fisher starts things off, but raindrops on the DP as well means that she's tanking through the magic damage. I don't think that they can kill this little DP. She's got a Spirit Siphon. Yeah, she's going to walk away. Enchant Totem doesn't get the stun from the passive there in onto the Death Prophet, so she'll wander on her way. Now, Observer Ward by the Night Stalker is also scouted. So that play there, they saw the Night Stalker hiding around here, moving in with this Observer Ward. For a second, I thought it was a dire Observer Ward because SF was kind of playing back and forth on this ramp here. But they were baiting the Night Stalker in, baiting him in. They saw the DP didn't have boots in that fight, just had the double nulls raindrops, and thought that maybe they could get a kill on the NS before the Death Prophet could get too close to the Shadow Fiend, but it wasn't to be. They trade off, decently, but not really what they wanted. Shadow Fiend fell for the Night Stalker. As bot lane, they find another kill on the Enigma. Again, Ali pairing up with this AA. Cold Feet into stuns galore.
Dire's bottom tower is
Okay, what I'm going to do for you here. Here we go. Here boyos. Yeah, we're going to have LGD. That's very big font, but don't worry. I'm going to make it smaller. LGD. Come on. And then we add another one and hope no one dies. This one is Vici Gaming. And we do this. We press OK. We make this one smaller.
Radiant are
And
scanning.
smaller.
Radiant's top tower is under
We put
attack.
that. We put that there. Oh shit! No, don't run away. Okay, right, we're all good. LGD is on the left. They are the Radiant team. Mid lane, we didn't miss any kills. We're back into the action. Earthshaker in trouble. Being brought down by the Spirit Siphon as the balance strike back in, but Mirana has arrived. Star Storms and the arrow already thrown out. 8 stick charges ready. They've traded 1 for 1. Looks like it's the 4 rolls that will fall. Earthshaker and Night Stalker both being brought down. as everyone else survives. Everyone rotates into this mid lane for a big old brawl. Only the 4 rolls will fall. Nice. Take the last raindrop away from the Death Prophet. SF there throws a raise in her face. But honestly, it's pretty important. This Earthshaker's died now. Earthshaker is one of those heroes which you really want to be just, staying alive. Keep that gold rate ticking in. It doesn't matter if you're not farming creeps. As long as you're, getting a couple of assists here and there, saving your teammates with fishers, doing shit like this where the Death Prophet has to go all the way back up this ramp to get back into lane. That's pretty sneaky. Chaos Knight is in. Oh, he's in deep. What's he doing? He wants to fight. He's going in onto the. He's going into the Mirana. Chaos Armage just like, hello? I guess they've got the shrine. That is such a ballsy play, though. He's all alone. Sure, there are 3 heroes within 1500 range of him, but walking into that high ground there, not knowing who's up here. There's Enigma with Black Hole. There's DP with potentially an ulti to throw. Chaos Knight just swipes a couple of times and back to the shrine. Moonlight Shadow. Maybe gonna go for the Monkey King here. Oh no. That's slightly mistimed. Paparazzi thought the fade time would kick in before he got past this little area here. But unfortunately, crossed the line as the fade was just kicking in, or just ending. And the Monkey King will be able to spot her.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Production value. Chilling touch. Looking for Mirana. Leap at the ready, but there's a good boundless strike. The Fisher's not going to land because of it, but it's irrelevant. They still get the kill. The 1 roll taken out, and this should convert into a tier 1 tower. So the Dire team, they'll just converge bot lane. They're actually getting a good push in on mid. So maybe the Radiant don't go for the tier 1 push because they have to come back and defend 2 lanes at the same time. Shadow Fiend will clear up that wave, and Chaos Knight makes a nice little wander down towards bottom lane. So there's not going to be a trade of towers here. The Dire definitely realizing the potential there and just immediately started running down these lanes, pressuring as hard as they can, 2 in each, just to make sure they're not going to lose out on any kind of little trade-off there. Safe lane Mirana here with Phase Boots and Bottle with the regen rune up. Leaps over the Fisher and gets to safety. And the strike from the Monkey King, though, makes his passive come back up. But Paparazzi's got a regen rune and forced it to be popped. Burnt through a little bit of their regen and their mana pools as well. The bot lane. Fortune's End in from the Oracle onto the Chaos Knight. Good Fisher blocks in the DP. The Earthshaker's actually found Ori, and they've killed Enigma before he can cast any spells. Phase Eating is down onto the CK, but the Death Prophet's going to have to try and TP away from this. Trouble is, there's too much damage. What an egregious mistake to make, diving in behind tier 1. You've got your 2 big ultis and you thought you could make something happen, but now the Monkey King's chasing your Oracle as well. This might be a 3 for nothing. They've got the Reality Rift forward, the stick charges and the Fortune's End, they look good, but it's not pretty enough. Monkey King helps the Chaos Knight get a killing spree, and that's going to be his armlet done in about a minute or so.
The prize is mine.
Mid lane, they're looking for more. They're not done just yet. They rotate from some huge kills bottom lane, but unfortunately, Night Stalker just a little bit too quick on his feet with the phase boots. The Fisher will not land as the cold feet was thrown into his face. Is this a Mask of Madness Shadow Fiend? Oh, Mask of Madness. It really is the item of this patch. So far, LGD having a pretty good time. What we're looking at, Shadow Fiend net worth, where are you? 4.8 thousand. Mask of Madness is very nearly done. Chaos Knight armlet also fully complete. So they in fact have these 3 cores that are all very farmed. And then you look at the Earthshaker as well. 2,162 net worth. A 500 difference between the 4 rolls might not seem like a lot. But when one of them is an Earthshaker moving towards Blink, and the other is a Night Stalker, who doesn't really care about items, an Urn, a Solar Crest, they're great and all, and then you aim for the Ags a little bit later on. but there isn't that one key item that you desperately need. As Monkey goes in onto the Oracle, there's the Fate's Edict though, stopping him from attacking, but a good Fisher with a Boundless Strike should be able to secure this one. Marana arrows, leaps in with a Starstorm, finds the Monkey King now with the DP, with the Night Stalker, get the AA, they've killed them off. They're looking for 3 here, and it's a 3-for-2 exchange. Bot lane, it looks like the CK did kill the Enigma with the help of the Shadow Fiend, but they lost their other 3 heroes in their top engagement, which really wasn't worth it. Maybe expecting the battle to kick off down on the bottom lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
We do get the tier 1 down there at least, but immediately traded out by the Dire team.
Radiant's top tower
So that's the Radiant 1 tier 1 ahead at current time. We're still looking at this Dire team trying to scale this Enigma up. Actually going to go for the Hand of Midas still. Get that GPM and XPM flowing into him. It will be the diffusal blade. My mouth didn't want to say what my brain wanted to. I don't know what happened there. So diffusal blade Marana, interesting arrow. Very interesting arrow, seeing as it nearly hit 3 smoked units, but in they come. Fisher will land, Boundless Strike the leap just in time. Oh, they've missed out. They're not going to get this kill. Marana sprinting away with Moonlight Shadow now. They've got no reveal. The dust is too far away. They won't be able to find her. Oh, that's a disaster. You saw the Earthshaker there actually animation cancel. He thought that he had a little more time, but if they'd just thrown their spells in and made sure the Marana was super dead, she would be 6 feet under right now.
Bottom tower is under attack.
10-6 now. A little bit of ground reclaimed by the Dire team. There's the urn for the Night Stalker. He's actually overtaken the Earthshaker as Monkey King killed off mid lane.
Radiant's middle tower.
Where did he die exactly? Just behind this tower. But while the Monkey's dying and Radiant are pushing top lane, trying to farm here, the AA is being found. Marana Invis finds the jump forward. Arrow is ready now. The Ice Blast will hit the Night Stalker. I don't think that should not kill him. He should be fine. He pops his ult and he sprints away, but he's also got the Fate's Edict from the Oracle to block out that magic damage. Really nice. Really nice utilization of the skills there as Ori just pops the ulti to go in for the tier 1. Chaos Knight's holding top lane, has a TP, just came off cooldown. Tier 1's dead already though, so there really isn't a chance to defend it. Bottom lane, no one's showing either. It is a 5-man movement mid from the Dire team. They want to use this black hole, it feels like. Now the Hand of Midas is up. He's going to go straight into the Blink Dagger. Not looking for the Pipe or the Greaves. Not going to go for the Mech. Straight into the Blink for that initiation tool, which honestly they so desperately do need. Right now, Night Stalker is the one hero that runs into the enemy and tries to start a fight. Everyone else kind of follows suit and chases after. With an Enigma, you can jump in and start the fight properly. Earthshaker now about 1,000. 1250. Away from his Blink Dagger. Paparazzi. They want to catch him again, but the game sense kicks in and he actually stops farming creeps and runs away. Such intelligent movement there from Paparazzi. Goes towards the mid lane. Might still get caught here. Patience from Rougeau. Arme on the CK. No. No, Paparazzi's just too smart. He is just too clever. Look at him. He's just arrowing and leaping and jumping and flapping and... Wait, hang on a second. Is that the... No, it's not. I thought it was the mount, the bunny rabbit one, but it's the sea lion one.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nice blast. Reality Rift. Goodbye, Night Stalker. I wonder if they now know about this ward. They're pinging everywhere. Oh, that's so unlucky. The Observer ward is just outside of the sentry range. Nice placement from the Night Stalker there. He gets the Obs ward down and then runs into this area, so they feel like the Obs ward is somewhere here or here. I mean, I don't think they think it's here because he would have TP'd out by then. I think it's worth it if your Night Stalker dies during daytime, 3 minutes until night. to get a really sick Observer Ward down, waste a sentry of your opponents. Create so much space for this Enigma now, because you see this, this is it, you see this Earthshaker. You see the Earthshaker moving forward, so now the Enigma can play as aggressive as he wants, because he knows it's just an Earthshaker down here for now. And they've also spotted out Monkey King, Chaos Knight, AA. I think they even saw the SF as he wandered up through here. These two wards have literally seen every single hero on the Radiant squad. So the Dire can farm Radiant jungle. They can even farm a little bit more aggressively here. Observer Ward does wear out, so Ori probably has to back up after this creep camp to make sure that he doesn't get picked off and found. But they're also going to be able to spot out all of these smokes. If the Radiant want to go and make a play, they have to smoke out of their base. They've got to smoke and make a concerted effort to push up into the shrine like they did previously to get this tier 1 top lane. Because securing this Roshan area is very important over the next 10 minutes or so. It's going to be the Dire that smoke up first, but speaking of wards... Oh, they place a sentry after they smoke. It's fine though. They're going to go into Roshan. That smoke, actually, it might trigger the fear effect, right? The threat of the smoke gank, then Roshan. Night Stalker's coming in from the back, spotted by the courier. He's going to punch that one down, takes it out of the game. In onto the AA. Oh, Monkey King wants to battle this. They've got the Earthshaker Fisher, but Roshan's falling. Night Stalker's a bait. He's just trapped them here as Aegis is taken by Paparazzi. The Ice Blast is thrown, but it's not going to catch a single person. LGD caught with their pants down. Great movement by Vici Gaming there. It started off as a fail, but it turned into something much, much sweeter. Sentry ward placed after smoke. They noticed the Observe ward, so they didn't go for... Like, let's say, this move here, where they move up high ground and try and take control of this shrine high ground here. Because that's the kind of normal smoke move. And then you move around. Or you come through and you go up here, and you try and take control of this high ground, and you try and battle across towards the tier 2. And either way, you try and make plays towards tier 2 on the lane. And then, after the fight, you go back towards Roshan. That's kind of the expected value, or the expected return from that kind of smoke from LGD looking at Vici Gaming. But the fact that they put the sentry down and then spotted the Observer Ward and then knew that LGD knew they smoked, it was this whole kind of domino effect where they were like, let's just go straight to Roshan. They're going to be, double thinking. They're going to be wondering what's going on as the first black hole of the game, Shadow Fiend, absolutely smashed. He does finish off his Hurricane Pike though. 20 minutes in, 9.4k net worth. Pretty damn nice. Did he lose much gold? About 285. Gold change there from the SF, but that's okay. That's not too shabby. It's not a big loss.
Thank you, my beauties.
20 minutes, and that's our first black hole. But old Levin, he's got his Blink Dagger. He's used it now. He's got the feel of it. BKB is well on its way as, oh god, Aegis is actually gone. Night Stalker battling with the AA. They've killed Paparazzi in the back. The Earthshaker's finished him off. What just happened? This Chaos Knight with the illusions slicing and dicing apparently. They lose their SF, but they kill the Mirana twice. And they find the Oracle. All of a sudden, things swing straight back into the hands of LGD. Shadow Fiend, unfortunately, wasn't alive, but he'll be able to shove this bottom wave, reclaim the majority, or if not, all of his souls. Enigma, trapped in between 3 Radiant heroes. There's the blink over to the east. He has no TP scroll. Oh, they're not going to go hunt him, are they? They actually don't know. They don't know where he blinked to. And now he's away. There's your Earthshaker blink. 21 minutes in, he's got it. He's ready. Let's freaking go. And we're assuming that it's Yao on the Earthshaker and Victoria on the AA. Could be the other way around. We'll have a look at the their Steam profile pictures in a little bit to try and match them up with the Dota buff, the Dota buff profiles or whatever. That's the fun way of doing it. So the Dire trying to get some foothold in this game. Move up towards the top shrine in the northwest of the map on the Radiant side.
Radiant's top tower
A little bit of
is
pressure here onto the tier 2 as the catapult wave does come in. And Paparazzi has some work to do. Diffusal Blade Yasha. Lots of damage, but still very, very squishy on this Mirana. The Manta style will help out with this, of course. But probably needs a BKB this game on top of everything else. That's my bad. I just had to check something quickly. Because I think we're having problems. CK goes in mid lane. Nice false promise there onto the Death Prophet. Yules into the air. BKB's on as well, and Ori turns back around with Fortune's End into Patience from Joe. Arme the CK now maybe caught, but the Monkey King ulti comes on out. The Night Stalker absolutely shredded, and they might be able to grab the Rift in. The Blink Echo. In goes Yao, clears up 2. Patience from Joe gets a double kill, and the Fisher, it looks good as well. The Reality forward gets a triple for CK. LGD Gaming swipe through Vici. One fell swoop. 23 minutes in, it's 20-9. They get themselves a 5-man wipe, and it looks like maybe even a lane of Rax. Enigma's dead. Has Black Hole. Respawns now, but he sees the rest of his team. They've gone into the Nether. They've dissipated. Does he go for this? Do you just go? No, Blink's on cooldown now. You can't go anymore. Your Rax have fallen. If you want to try and fight, you've got to walk it in. Poor little Oracle. Not had the most fun of games. At least Night Stalker's been running around punching people, but Oracle has, well, kind of just had to sit back and spam Fortune's End on as many as he possibly can. Keep that magic damage away from my team, damn it. Yet again, there was really nothing to say there. The Chaos Knight just walked into the Dire jungle and he's found the Enigma again. 44 seconds without it. Now the smoke down towards bottom. Mirana, Ice Blast into the Fissure. Perfect play. Placed on Paparazzi's head, and no matter whether you're 9k, 10k, a play like that from LGD is never, ever going to be turned around. Executed perfectly.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Easy shrine for LGD. Vici Gaming, they've not been able to really execute their game plan here. Death Prophet really wants to be up on the front lines, going in off the towers. Enigma jumps in when DP gets initiated on. They've got the False Promise, the Black Hole, to save, reset, and then try and turn the team fight. And then you've got Mirana, who obviously is there for the right-click long-range DPS. Nice Stalker gives vision. You know, he's the tanky brute. He goes with the Oracle, runs on in, gives a bit of vision, flies around, pisses people off. Nothing too amazing from him, but they've never had a chance to go and group up as 5. You look at these tier 2s, sorry. 2 of them are pretty much full HP, and the bottom one is what, half HP? Not even a third? The only time they've even been able to group up and do anything is that Roshan fight when they smoked up. But now they're in a position where I think high ground defense is really the only way they can win a team fight. If they get a big black hole, and I mean a big black hole, Enigma has to land the hugest hole of his life. 11 has to catch 5. His BKB is done now. And a gem. And a gem. Darkness coming around, 1 minute until nighttime. He'll have his ultimate as well at that period. So he should be okay. As this Invis Earthshaker. Literally standing on top of a sentry. He doesn't know that, right? That was just coincidence. Well, here's an aggressive smoke play from VG Gaming. They've had enough of waiting in their base. They felt that the Radiant were going to sit back and farm and wait for daytime, potentially. So they're going to go and make a play, wrapping all the way, the long way around. Earthshake is found here, but goes invis. Shadowblade is up now for Yao. So he retreats. And this Moonlight Shadow after the smoke is going to be spotted. Eidolons are thrown out. The Radiant team, they are prepped. They're ready. Throw out the stun. Chaos Bolt and Fissure. Down to the Night Stalker. Where's the initiation, though? Where's the blink in? Where's the Enigma? He's spotted by the sentry. The Radiant, they see him. The Enigma may be found here. The Urn cancels the blink as well. So Shadow Fiend forces back this illusion of the Mirana. They purge off. They heal up. Radiant team, Chaos Knight. Not spotted by this Observer Ward. Oh, do they feel it? Do they think that maybe he's moving up there? Well, he was, but not anymore. Back down towards the Roshan. Dire team, they have to push out these waves. Top lane's coming in. Mid lane also wandering towards a place where the tier 3 used to stand. But they have to defend this Roshan. They can't let this go for free. Aegis and Cheese. The Radiant scan up onto the shrine area. Again, where your shrine used to be. The Ancients, they're in the way. The arrow won't land, and Paparazzi, your 9k arrow, it hits a bloody golem. Shadow Fiend stays in the pit though. Night Stalker tries to flap over to scout. The gem still up on him. And they get some Observer Wards down as well. The sentry is here. They might be able to de-ward this Observer, but in comes the Enigma. Black Hole onto SF. Ice Blast is already happening. Monkey God's going to zone them as well. Shadow Fiend starting to lifesteal, turns it back around. Enigma kills off and Ori. Self-fuels up. The ulti is flowing through, but CK arrives. Chaos Knight! GG's called! As soon as Arme pops that ulti, as soon as you get a one-man black hole, you know the game's over. Aegis goes to LGD and they will take game number 1. 11-0 and 7! 11-0 and 7 on that Chaos Knight. Dear Lord. Look at that bad boy. Exactly 600 experience per minute. Beautiful. 17,000 damage is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous when you compare it to the death profit of 8.5. I mean, Shadow Fiend pretty much farmed the entire game. That was nice. That was nice from LGD. Game number 1 goes their way, but it's a best of 3, of course, so we've got another potential 2 games coming up. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back with more ESL Hamburg qualifiers. See you in a little bit.